Welcome to my latest update on policing and crime in Thames Valley. Keep watching and I'll bring you up to speed with all the latest news affecting Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire. My name's Matthew Barber and I'm currently Deputy Police and Crime Commissioner for Thames Valley and your Conservative candidate in the PCC elections next May. In this Christmas edition I have news about the additional funding and increased police officer recruitment in Thames Valley. The Court of Appeal have delivered their verdict in relation to the killers of PC Andrew Harper, and I've launched a survey to find out about your experiences of business crime. Last week, the government announced the police funding settlement for next year. Thames Valley Police is set to receive an additional £12.6 million in direct funding from the Home Office from April 2021. This includes funding to increase a further 179 police officers in the second tranche of the National Police Officer Uplift Programme. Thames Valley has already recruited an additional 260 officers since September 2019, so this further increase will be a real boost to the front line. In addition, police and crime commissioners have been given the ability to increase the policing precept by up to £15 for a Band D property. In Thames Valley, this could generate an increase of more than £13 million. Decisions on the level of council tax will be taken after consultation with the Chief Constable about the operational priorities for the force and how additional funding can go to support frontline crime fighting. Officers and staff in Thames Valley Police have been instrumental in keeping our communities safe this year, and I pay tribute to them for their hard work and professionalism. I'm delighted to see Thames Valley Police getting additional funding and officers next year, but more than half of the increase announced by the Home Office would have to come from local taxpayers, and we must be ever conscious of the harsh effects that coronavirus has brought on many families this year. However, we know that the public overwhelmingly support the hard work of Thames Valley police officers and will welcome today's announcement that more resources and more officers will be available to help cut crime and protect our communities. There will be a short consultation launched in the new year to get your views on how police funding should be prioritised to ensure that any increase in council tax goes to fund frontline crime fighting. Also last week, we heard that the Court of Appeal had upheld the original sentences for the killers of Thames Valley Police Constable Andrew Harper. The Crown Prosecution Service had appealed the sentences handed out to Henry Long, Albert Bowers and Jesse Coles as being unduly lenient. At the same time, the men convicted had also appealed against the length of their sentences. Both Albert Bowers and Jesse Cole also appealed against their convictions. The driver of the vehicle, Henry Long, received a total of 16 years on the charge of manslaughter, and collectively the three men received sentences of 42 years. Although these are relatively long sentences for the crime of manslaughter, the men were originally charged with murder, and many of us will feel that the circumstances of their horrific crime justify tougher sentences. This incident shocked people across the country, but the greatest tragedy is of course felt by Andrew's family. Our thoughts are with them as they approach a second Christmas without Andrew. The case at the Court of Appeal marks the end of the legal battle over sentencing, but I know that Lizzie Harper will continue to campaign for what's known as Harper's Law, to seek a life sentence for anyone found guilty of causing the death of an emergency worker. This month I've also launched my Thames Valley Business Crime Survey. Crime doesn't just affect individuals. Criminals targeting businesses in Thames Valley cause substantial financial harm, loss of equipment and employment, and can all too often threaten staff and employees. Whether you're a small rural business, a tech entrepreneur, or on the front line of retail, protecting your business really matters. Thames Valley's economy is huge and makes a massive contribution to our country's prosperity. Businesses, large and small, need the protection of effective policing, just as we all do as individuals. Crime against businesses can take many forms and affect businesses and communities in different ways. I want to know about your experience and concerns about business crime, so I've launched a new Thames Valley Business Crime Survey to get your views on this important issue. Visit my website matthewbarber.co.uk and click on the Business Crime Survey to have your say. You can also sign up to receive my regular email newsletters to keep you up to date on the big issues happening across Thames Valley. Take a look at my website for more details of how to get in touch and to support my campaign, or visit me on my Facebook page by searching for Matthew Barber, PCC. Finally, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I'm sure we will all look forward to a much brighter 2021.